So that's the thing. And tomorrow morning, I have to 8 o'clock to have this paid. I don't really have the time to get up in the morning and start going places to try to get the help. And they didn't really give me the time to come up with a plan, because there was a plan in play. You know, pay the week, pay a little bit on the behind. $100 on what was behind. That was the agreement. Verbal agreement made between me and management. And then their boss comes in at the end of the month, and they call me up there, and they've got the main boss on the phone, and she's like, "Well, this is what's going on. We can't do this agreement." Uh, Basically, laid it out that the agreement shouldn't have been made. They can't honor that agreement, and they have to have it. Um, Everything left that I'm behind by Monday. So, all right, Grandma Jay, I'll get her. I get her too. Hey, Karen. Bridget, I'm short $385. I'm asking if anybody um, if anybody at all can help with anything. Um, Anything getting us closer to is $400 is what I was needing, because I had $100 of the five. Hey, Amy. I agree with you. It is that, Lucy. And then you throw in a 9-day hospital stay for your wife, and then health issues and everything. No, I have to pay it. There's no working it off. I would love to. Um, I would love to get into an agreement where I could work for the facility, in exchange for a room, and Triple G 385 is what I don't have. I was $500 behind. I had $100 of it, and somebody helped me last night with $15. So that puts me at 385 is what I've got to have to finish out the 500 by 8 o'clock in the morning. So yeah. And on top of that, Angela has a doctor's appointment in the morning at 11:15 that we've got to get to. It is for the back rent that I owe to try to keep us from not getting evicted. I do work, but I can't get an advancement. You can go ask them, Mr. Chico. Okay, Sarge, I'd appreciate any help at all. I forgot I put her up here in the bed with me. I'm talking about Juju, not Angela. The ones that are streaming me, you can go ask them why they're streaming me because I can't answer for somebody else. I got behind 2.5 weeks and have paid it down to $500. I don't know, Mr. Chico. You said, why are people streaming me? You said, why would someone want to stream you? And I said, go ask them. So apparently, someone is streaming me because you've asked me that. Oh, okay. So that's what you're asking me for. Okay, I get it now. But still, that's a question. Apparently, Country Snort. Hey, Country, how you doing? Hun, I hope you're having a good day today. Do you want to come into the room, or do you just want to watch from a window? What can I do to make it easier for you today, Country? Oh, that's crazy, Grandma J. It's funny you said Uncle Ed. My middle name is Edward. Hey, Georgia, how are you doing today? It's cool, Grandma J. Hey, Sue, how are you doing? Awesome. If I ever get the car running the way it's supposed to be running, I plan on doing some door dashing and stuff on the weekends and nighttime. Excuse me, guys. I've been told that by a few people. Ain't that just where you deliver Amazon out of your car? Thank you, Tater Tot. Triple G, it is. They told me I need both O2 sensors replaced in the car. It's running like crap. It is. Doesn't have the power that it did. They're not really expensive. I think the top one was like 20 something, and the bottom one was 30 something. And this is what the place is telling me because I didn't call, check. Um, and then $75 to change them. I just haven't. And I get one problem fixed on the car, and then bam, another one, and then health issues, and now I'm behind on the rent. And okay, Grandma J. If there was anything to save, I would. Right now, there's nothing to save. I'm going week to week, guys, like a lot of us are. Sometimes I'm just going day to day, um, and I know a lot of us are doing that. And it's like when you get paid and you look at the end of the day and you're sitting there and it's like, okay, I get paid today. I've got this coming out for rent. I've got this coming out for groceries. This is coming out for gas. Now there's nothing left. What am I supposed to save? If someone can't help, that's fine. I know a lot of people are struggling, and if you can't help, hey, I don't expect you to put yourself in a bad situation to help me out. But some people can't help. So overtime systems start firing up. No, I do not get EBT. Um, I do not, because Angela has to have her oxygen machine 24/7. Um, she has the portable tanks, but they don't last. She'd get about a half a day out of her tank, or out of two tanks actually. They last about 4.5 hours. So it's Paulette. We've been talking to him. Unfortunately, that's not a quick process. Um, so it kind of leaves us up in the air of just talking to one person, filling out paperwork, and then waiting for the next person to give us a call. Hey, Holly and Ben. So right now we're being. I heard it called this the other day, and I thought it made a lot of sense. We're being washed around the system. Um, so, and again, we've been on housing lists for 2.5 years. Oh well, has it been 24? Yeah, a little bit over 2 years. We've been on the housing list. Not quite 2.5 yet, but a little bit over two. June of 2024, we filled out our paperwork for public housing, and here it is. We're still on the waiting list. Good Samaritan. I have not tried that one. I haven't. I didn't know anything about that one. I was scratching the side of my nose, guys. I just don't think I was picking it or anything. But let me take a screenshot of that. That way I remember the. There we go. The other day I got on the vicious cycle of calling one person and they're, oh, we don't help with this, and then back to this other thing, and back to this was before the agreement was made. I was trying to get us some help, and it's so many places are more than willing to help with utilities and food when they have food to help with. They did make that clear that sometimes they just don't have the food bank to help with. Um, I do not have Cash App anymore. I've been having to use. I've been going through someone else's Cash App. I can message you off of here. I do have PayPal, Georgia. I'll tag you right now on my PayPal. There we go. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. 870. I wished you did. Where'd you send it to? 870. Hey, Carrie. Carrie, it's not been bad. Hey, Foxy. Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you a question, 870. Why, when you see somebody down their luck, do you think it's funny to post, I just sent you 100? Why is that funny to you? And I'm asking this trying to figure out what makes someone tick like that. Like, why is that something in your head that went, okay, I see this guy struggling. You know, he's going through it. Well, let's say I did this, and then why? And please be brave enough to answer. Don't just be a coward to come in here to say something like that to make someone think that I'm getting money that I'm not telling them about. Because you obviously said, "Oh, Dreamland," after I called you out on where'd you send it to. So be a man and explain why you think that's funny to do that to somebody. You know, Fred, my situation was getting better until I missed some time, and got behind on my rent. So things have made steps forward. Nobody's crying, 870. I'm asking you a question. Where's the lie, Stardust? What's the lie? I'm asking you a question, 870, that you apparently are not man enough to answer. And Layla, if they said that about you, should I believe it? You'll have to ask them that. And it's the mentality of, and so many people's got this mentality. Let me go back up here. 870 is not a man. He's a coward. He can't answer a simple question. So he can look all tough in that profile picture, and Stardust. I asked you what the lie was, and you can't be man enough or woman enough. I don't know what you are to answer the question, so you're gone. See, here's the thing. I spoke on this last night. It's a herd mentality on here. I can say anybody's lying. And if I get enough people to believe me, then I've made that person out to be a liar no matter how much the truth he's telling. No, Brandon, we don't have a house. Yes, Pat. Your question is not being rude, but yes. So it's like, you want to see my fridge? Well, that's a weird question. But yeah, you know what? Hang on a second. Hang on a second. You want to see the fridge? All right, first of all, we're going to start up here. That's Juju's food. She's got canned food, bag food, and she's got some treats. This is our freezer. We've got a lasagna meal that we're eating tonight, two things of Texas toast, my redneck ice holder, some ice trays. I think there's two waffles left up there. Bam. Some oranges that probably need to be thrown away. Some drinks, a little bit of coffee creamer that's got pieces of, a plate that needs to be cleaned out, a bowl left over from last night, some nachos that the neighbors gave us. Couldn't eat all his nachos the other night. Some pasta that I fixed last night. So yeah. Now let me get back. Hang on one second. I got a tinkle. I'm gonna take this opportunity while I'm standing up. Okay. I didn't want to take out to the restaurant with me. Let me scroll back up and see what all I missed. I emptied the fridge before showing. He legit.
That was a quick empty. I mean, you are like Flash.
I paused for 12 seconds to walk over to the refrigerator. I emptied the fridge in 12 seconds. Exactly. I paused it for 12, 15 seconds, walked over there, and I guess I can empty a full fridge in 12 to 15 seconds. See, that goes to show right there. That proves a point. Mr. Chico, I'm not saying where I work or what I do. And so I weigh 453 pounds now. Okay. I didn't know that. But apparently Jay deserves better, knows I weigh 453 pounds.
What does that even have to do with anything?
So the 453 pounds, I moved too slow to clean it out. I will not say what I do. I can't discuss anything like that here. Hey, Bean. You got it locked in four-wheel drive to come up here? Well, Major, that lasagna's, a Stouffer's lasagna is pretty good. They sell them at Walmart. That's a meat one. I do, Chico. Look at this thing right here, though. Look at that. Ain't she spoiled, guys? Exactly, Joey. Joy. I know I did not. As soon as I said Joey, I was like, that's not Joey. That's Joy. I come on here, I ask for help, and people want to give me crap so they can stream me and get gifts and make money off of me. And I'm not the only one that do that too. I'm not. I do it to a lot of people. Oh, is that a spot? Yeah. So 159 people's in here, and 164 people's in here, and I guarantee you, 95% of them is praying for my downfall today. You need to let me cut your nails. You do. You're going to let me cut your nails. Haley Joe, not yet. I'm still $385 short for the room. I'm asking anybody at all. If you can help, please help with anything. Anything that gets us closer to that. It's not finding another job. It's just I just got behind. There's other things in life besides. People don't realize that other things in life happen besides just work, right? Okay, you can lay there, but I mean, it's like I'm not. It's just straight talk. I know my phone. Yep, I know. Mr. Chico, honestly, we've been going off and on for about 2 years. Um, well, a little bit over 2 years. We just we've gotten caught in a cycle that I can't get out of. Thank you, Dawn. And that's I'm glad they know I didn't because I did. Lindsay Lou, you can go tell them that. Basically, Mr. Chico, I guess that's the reason. And some of them flat out do make money on people that are in my situation. Hey, back to Wisconsin. I've been working, been trying to move forward every day. Hey, Sasha. And see, Lindsay, that's the thing that gets me. And whoever's watching the other live, y'all don't know what happened during all that. Wife's not working because she's going through a bunch of medical issues, health issues right now. And I get that. And if you're struggling and can't help, then that's fine. I get that too. But some people can help. Some people are doing a lot better than others. You know, some people are doing worse than we are, than you guys are. You know, if you can't help, that's fine. If you can't help because you're in a bad situation, that's fine. Speak up. We'll pray for you. Most definitely will. You know, so it's like, yeah, I'm in Tennessee, Mr. Chico. Red, I think that's everybody's conclusion. Honestly, yeah. I agree with you, Sasha. Life is hard everywhere. I completely understand that. Thank you. Always take prayers. I don't know what the eviction process would be with us being in a studio paying weekly. I don't know how the process goes. I really don't. Um, I don't know how long it takes. I don't know. I know there's got to be a court date involved somewhere in there. You got to be served paper. There's got to be a court date, and then it's got to be. I think there's a grace period after that to be gone. But I'm not for sure if that's how it goes. We do not have children, and whoever's texting me, I can't receive the text right now. I do have thick hair. I hate it. I hate my thick hair. We've been bouncing in and out of hotels and stuff and being homeless for 2 years, a little bit over 2 years. Uh, huh. I lost the job I didn't think I'd ever lose. Uh, Ended up staying with my dad. That got bad for. I'm just going to say it got bad for everybody in the situation. Me and my wife, we could leave the situation. We did. We left to go to a hotel. I thought, hey, we'll go stay in a hotel for, a couple of months and get us a place. But then we got in this cycle of everything you have is surviving, and there's nothing to put back for a place. And just to speak on the message that I just got, to this is where humanity's come to the point of. I don't really like speaking on everybody on anything. It is, Jennifer, when you get stuck in this cycle of, when I tell you right now, that I've been week to week, I've been day to day, I've been hour to hour at some points. And I'm trying my best to get us out of this situation. I've been doing pretty good the last few weeks with everything that's going on. Ready, almost second to second a few times. I can't get to the point to where I'm prepared for the holy crap moments in life. And I'm sure a lot of you guys out here who's listening can understand what I mean by that. You're just doing enough and making enough to, and you're putting your full effort into it, and you're just getting by. And then when something happens, you're like, oh, holy crap. We've been getting week to week, day to day, minute to minute. And okay, this happens. And then it's a domino effect. You know. At this point, I'm not addressing anything about work after I've addressed it a million times. Y'all can say whatever you want to. You can tell me whoever's hiring. You can do whatever. I'm not addressing it. We've lived in the car before. We have lived in the car before. At this point, though, if we have to go back to the car, how do I keep my wife's oxygen machine going all day and all night? That's the biggest concern. That's the biggest thing right now. The biggest concern is her health. And if we're, you know how long the portable O2 tanks last? About 4.5 hours. Okay, where am I going to get a generator from, Amanda? I'm going to get to that, Major. Just give me 1 second. See, that's the thing. I can get on here and I can tell these people what. It doesn't matter what I say, because you got people like JSA over there. And this was the text. You got people like that who will say I'm lying, and everybody believes her. She doesn't even, these people like that, they don't even have to show proof of anything anymore. They just say it and they believe it. People follow like mindless sheep. I've said that 100 times. Lindsay, she's been out of the hospital since the 27th of June, and she has an oxygen machine she's hooked up to. You know, she's got 2 portable tanks. The tanks last for about 4.5 hours. %, JSA has lied about so much crap. And to sit there today and wish and hope that, see, her exact words was, hope you end up in the car Hmm. So, what kind of human being is that? She has applied for disability. She's applied for it several times and been denied. She's reapplied for it since she's been out. We're looking at getting an attorney. Yeah, we're looking for an attorney. What are you wanting proof of, Sierra? Y'all asked to see my refrigerator. I showed y'all that. Sierra, I asked you a question. You're quick to comment and judge and stuff. What are you wanting? Who am I slandering? Who am I taking advantage of? If you can't help, don't help. I'm not asking anybody to put themselves in a bad situation into a tight situation. How come y'all can't answer questions back when y'all get asked? Sierra, you said I won't show proof of anything, but you won't say what it's supposed to be. And let me just say this. Let me. I'm gonna show you for a second too. Hang on. At this point, I just there's her oxygen machine. There's the hose. There it is going up to her nose. Wave hi to him. There's her BiPAP machine. Her mask. Now, the last time I showed proof of a job that I had on here, people started calling in and got me fired. So, and quite frankly, the little crash out that they're having over there, um, I guess I can say your name. Just stop, just because I can. You know, the other night I tried to have a conversation with you about why are you streaming when I wasn't asking for anything, and you told me because I can. I can say your name whenever I want to because I can. It is, and people who's not been in it, they don't understand that. I'd appreciate that, Amanda, because right now this is what my insurance covers, and I don't know. We even asked for the portable one for her to wear when she gets out instead of these tanks, and it won't cover it. Let me scroll back up. Let me see. Who's your sister, Elise? So was that proof enough for you guys that she's on oxygen? Let's clear that up. Was that proof enough? 211's a joke. When she went to the hospital, she had fluid built up around her lungs, and it was causing her to have a hard time breathing. Lester, I do. Jessica, thank you for the roses. You're right, Joy. 100% right. They are cashing in on it. They cash in on people's struggles. Well, see, she was inside King and I was outside. Um, she wasn't sitting outside with me when I was smoking a cigar. She was sitting inside on her oxygen. So the smell never came into the house. It's the smoke that bothers. It's not the smell that would bother somebody with oxygen. You're right, Zero. But her portable tanks that she's got over here, you know, they do. Joy, I would advise you not to. It's not worth what you're going to go through because I wished I never would have got on here one time and asked for help. I've seen people on oxygen smoking cigarettes left and right. You're not supposed to, but they did it. I'm outside with the door closed, 20 foot away from Angela and her machines. It didn't bother her. If smoke got into the house when I'm that far away smoking one cigar with a fan blowing on me, blowing it away from everywhere else. So, Kim, right now I'm needing help paying our back rent before we get evicted, before the eviction starts. They will not do a direct call. Um, I have to give them the money, and then, but I don't mind showing proof that I've done it. It, Amanda, it's the truth. It's like people make it to where, like, if you ask for help, you're just scum. You're a lowlife. You're a piece of crap. And they don't mind on here. They sure don't mind making that point. They don't mind taking everything you say and making it out to be a lie. Kim, it is 3:04. And it's like I said. I've been saying this since last night. It's a herd mentality. You get people like Just Stop who come on here and um, Their whole deal, they can't make content. They failed as a content creator. They failed at everything else they've done in life. But now they found their niche about coming on here, and they get these people who follow them, and it's like, oh well, I guess if enough people are saying it, then it's got to be true. You know, it's got to be true because so many people say it. You know, and we can call it truth. You know, Ziggy, actually, my neighbor gave me that cigar. He gave me a $4 cigar he picked up. You know, this whole man card bullshit y'all talk about, that is so high school stuff. I'm a 46-year-old man. I'm not a high school student. If you're running around talking about I'm looking for your man card, go back to high school, buddy, because that's where that stuff's at. You know, I'm an adult. I'm still in Tennessee, yes. It's the truth about it. The person right now, everybody, all this crap about me, if we open up their life, they failed just as much in life as I have. You saw a bug go to the left. I'm sure you did. Get the out of here. You are pulling out all the stops today, ain't you?
Well, they will say anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
You know, and I'm trying to improve my situation. But it's like what I'm saying, and you're right, Rose. We've all failed at something in our life, but
Exactly what I said last night.
the person who is streaming and talking about how bad I am and everything has just they have a past too, but they do a better job about getting people to believe them. We've looked into remote jobs. The gifts help on next Wednesday. They would help, but yeah, any gifts are appreciated. No, it's not a way of life for us. Did I say she couldn't breathe? Okay, so spam account that I've been arguing with. I don't have a mod in here right now, so the spam accounts get past me. So I make too much money to get food stamps. Thank you, Amanda. Rose, I seen you asked a question. I missed it. I seen it, and I was like, I'm gonna answer that question. I've been tied up. Right now, I got behind on rent. I got behind. My fault. I got behind. I had to make decisions that cartel. Have you ever tried to apply for food stamps? It's a serious question. I forgot what I was saying there. No, I got behind. I had an agreement made with the company I go through and everything to rent from about paying so much. They decided not to go with that agreement. So it put me in a situation as of Friday. Exactly, Amanda. It's we've been on the waiting list for housing for over 2 years now. Swift hotels every week is it's I got it paid down to 500. I went and paid a week, and then paid our agreement, and then Friday I get hit with we're not going to do the agreement anymore. We need the what you're behind. Um, it's 304 a week, so it's not 1400. I really need a mod in here. And did you answer the question about have you ever filed for food stamps? Yeah, Ziggy, I don't pay 350 a week. Nobody said $1,400. You answered by what was your answer? What was your answer? I seen something, but it wasn't what I asked you. How do you make too much money? I answered that. Let's see. How do you make too much money? Because you can make too much money to get food stamps. They don't just hand them out to everybody. Deborah, I can change that if you don't want to see me. I get paid weekly. I pay the room. I got behind. I know you got to work so much to get food stamps, but you can work over a certain amount and not get food stamps. So, but y'all tell me how I'm wrong on that. That'll be okay. Manuel, that's the first time I've seen you comment. Yeah, and I got behind because I missed some work because I was dealing with her health issues. So, I guarantee you that's wrong, Lindsay, because I don't make $3,500 a month, and I make too much money to get them. If that was the case, then just about everybody would get them. $3,500 a month, not everybody's making that. Um, if you're at a $20 an hour job and you're working 40 hours a week, then you're only making $3,200 a month before taxes. So they should get food stamps, but people like that don't. Hey, Tina, I did. Dumbass, I've done told you that 3 or 4 times already. But because y'all say that I didn't, I didn't. So it's whatever y'all say. It's whatever you say. Exactly, Shell Bell. $1,800 a month in disability. and you get $24 in food stamps. So can you imagine if somebody is sitting there making $3,500 a month? This woman's getting $24 in food stamps for 1,800. That's just a that that is legit. What, $50 over half of that? You're not going to sit there and convince me that that's what you know. She, I apologize for calling the name. I'm getting a little aggravated because that's about the fifth time that Tina account has came in here and been like, "Well, you didn't work when you she was in the hospital." Y'all don't know what was going on while she was in the hospital. I am not a veteran. We used to get food stamps. We did. I make too much money to get them. That's the end of the food stamp conversation. I'm not going to keep on with it for 30 minutes with everybody. It's whatever y'all say it is, guys. Doesn't change the fact that I desperately need help. I need anybody that can help me out to come up with this 385. You know, I got behind on the rent, and I got 500. I'd like $500 having it cleared. I have $115, and everybody gets mad at some situations and loses their composure. Nobody's going to sit here and convince me that you're perfect and you've never done that. We've all done it. I just did it. Rose, I just explained that. Did you not hear me? I've had to ask for help in the past. I have a lot. I don't deny it. I've been stuck in a situation where it's like I'm constantly on this wheel of not getting out. You guys, hang on a second. I got to pause you guys for a second. I got to step. Guys, for a second. I got to step. Okay. No, the $400, or actually it's $385, is to go to what I got behind though. When I get my paycheck, I pay it. Bridget, that's what I do this next week. And it wouldn't be an issue this week if they wouldn't have backed out of the deal we had made. We made a verbal agreement that I would pay back so much every week, and that's what I was doing. And cannot call the place, Cheryl. Teresa, I'm 46. I'm going back trying to answer questions and stuff and comments. Rambo, you can't make a call in payment. That's what I keep trying to tell people is like, if they start the eviction process, then I pay by the week. I don't pay by the night. Um, we have a studio apartment. It's not, you cannot call in and make the payment. You have to have a card on file. They have to put your card on file to be able to do it. You have to give them permission to do it. There's a fax. I'm behind 500. I need 385. I have 115 of it. I'm in an apartment. The apartment is under the same company that has the hotel, or a step up from the hotel rooms. So no one can call in, guys. I don't know how to make that any more clear. No one can call in. I just, they don't allow it. Dawn absolutely could if someone wanted to set it up that way. It is a studio apartment. They have other apartments across the road in their other facility. They have 2-bedroom apartments, and they have a bottom floor that's hotel and a second floor that's apartments. It's a pretty nice room, Dustin, especially when you've been living in crappy hotels for as long as we have. And this is where everybody tells me what the hotels do. That's fine. Everybody knows more about your situation that you go through than the person going through it. So it would, Dawn. It really would. Jelly Bean Trucker, not really. It's more set up. The payment structure is set up more like a hotel. And technically, in the state of Tennessee, if you've been somewhere longer than 28 days, they have to file an eviction notice. And we've been here since, besides changing rooms, we've been here past the 28 days. Rose, they would have to send it to my PayPal or my Venmo, and I don't have an issue showing people this is where the money went. I don't. Good evening, Anna, or afternoon. This one was brought on by health issues and having to take care of Angela some days. They've been better, Anna. They've been better. No, I don't keep none of it. See, someone like that Noah gets on here and claims that I keep everything, but he's all right, but I'm the one lying about it. See, how does that make sense to me? You know,
If you kept everything, you wouldn't be saying, I don't have a problem showing proof. I mean, come on. Come on, y'all.
it's the herd. It's the herd mentality. All right, Teresa. Well, you don't have to hear him anymore. You don't have to hear anything from me anymore. Hey, Bean. Look at that cutie. Look at here. Oh, exactly, Paulette. That's what I tried to tell them all ago. They have to send you a form. You fill that form out, then you got to send it back to the hotel. Then the hotel has written permission to show that your credit card can be put on file. Then they put you on file, then you pay it. A lot of them don't want to deal with that. So they just say no over the phone. It's their choice to do that or not. Here you go. That's all you get right now. You know, it's the place of business choice to whether they want to deal with sending that form to you, then you sending that form back, and then them calling you and getting all the information and putting everything down. You know, it's twisted. That would be beautiful up there. A cabin in Vermont would be heaven on earth. Yeah, and then they've got your information, and then Anna, I'm sorry. Just give me a second to get to that answer. I'm trying to answer so many things and discuss so many things. We're needing help with 385 to go to the back rent. I'm asking if anybody can send anything through PayPal or Venmo. I do have a cash app that I can use, but it's going to somebody else, and I'd have to text them real quick and get it. But I'm asking for any help at all, and if anybody can help with it, you know, uh, and I'll tag you in my. I just tagged you in my PayPal. Um, 385 is what's Hey, Carrie. Thank God you're back. Um, it's still needed. I give any updates. Hey, Simplicity. Hey, Hippie. Sometimes I just got to step back and catch my breath and get my bearings together. And whew, 'And if you're still on here, I hope you do not listen to the people who are messaging you because I know they are because they're doing it on their live and I'm being told about it. Simplicity, $385 to help with our back rent so we don't get evicted from our apartment. Eight o'clock in the morning before the eviction process starts. I don't know how long the eviction process takes. Tomorrow morning. If I don't have the 500 paid by then, I've discussed this so many times. State of Tennessee's law is if you stayed somewhere longer than 28 days consecutively, they have to file an eviction notice. So thank you, Simplicity, for the heart post. So we've been here more than 28 days. They have to do it legally. They can't just, we're on this basis with them. They have to do it legally. Thank you, Jenna, for the roses. I don't know how long it takes. I'm just Rose. I do not. Go right ahead, Erica. If I can pay that, I'm not behind anymore, and I'm back to paying my normal weekly that I can pay, and um, everything goes back to normal. They do have month to month. They have week to week. They have different setups too for different rooms. Your hotel room, your studios, your one bedrooms, and across the road, they're two bedrooms and stuff.
Le phoque m'a poussé, le phoque m'a poussé,
So
le phoque m'a poussé, le phoque m'a poussé, le phoque m'a poussé, le phoque m'a poussé.
what was what, Bobby Joe? That one gift is a song apparently in France. Someone sends a gift, it says that, but you can read what it says, what it looks like in our language. Um, but it means like, "Can I pet your seal?" or something like that. And that guy sending it as a big, "Ha ha, look at this," but that's fine with me because he sends me a gift every time he does it. So, Clipmaster, yes, I do. Yeah, 100% have that. I have the paperwork showing where I'm behind, but the agreement we had was for the catch up was a verbal agreement, and corporate did not want to honor that. So I still have some people that I have to pay back Tom Jerry. Yeah. So Link, I've done answered that several times. I'm gonna address something, but don't crash out over there. Don't give them a crash out moment, but I'm gonna address it. JSA, you need to stop telling people that all Angela's health problems are because she's overweight. You don't have a damn clue what's going on with her health. You don't have a clue, so you need to stop saying stuff that you don't have proof of, you don't have a clue of, and you have no right to talk about anybody being overweight. You know, just like I don't have the right to tell anybody they're overweight. Carl, if they can help, that is 100% fine. If they can't, I don't expect anybody to put themselves in a bad spot to help us. Some people can help, some people can't. I completely understand that. Um, See, this is how stuff goes. You got somebody like just stop. Oh, they're spewing whatever she wants to say about us, and then that becomes the truth. when she doesn't know anything that's going on with her health. Okay, her weight didn't have nothing to do with her having two seizures.
I'm sorry, but that's just.
Anna, where did you change your mind at? Because I know they messaged you on there. This is not for whatever I want to do with it. It is going for our rent. But see, they're over there lying about what I'm going to use it for, and then people believe it. Can you answer me why you changed your mind all of a sudden? And I'm just asking. Okay, then did just stop not just contact you and other people's because they opened up your profile on that live. Anna's awareness. Okay. So why even get on here and say you're going to help and ask for my PayPal? If you've been, oh, I'm sorry, that kind of blended in on my screen. PayPal and Venmo is what I've got. Hey, Kimberly, she posted it to report it. Okay, thank you guys for letting me know that. If I can go back and find her, Simplicity. Are you asking what they are, or are you asking if I have them? Okay, I see why I can't find them. My mod already got them. All right, Simplicity. I will tag you in. There you go, Simplicity. I tagged you in what it was. They are swift. That top four ways, you know, casting shade showed their tick leap, and we're 10 months into the 10 months into the year, and it shows she's made 60 grand on there. So, and the only thing they do is restream people. Hey, Birdbath. They restream people. They talk about how bad people are. I do owe some people some money. I do. Yeah, and I have come on here and I've asked for help for week after week. I have. Have I scammed anybody? No, because the money has went to exactly what it was supposed to go to. See, so I'm not denying that I owe somebody money. I'm not. I can't pay it back yet. I can't. I have not got to the point to where I can't absorb any extra stuff except for surviving. And some weeks I can't do that without help. So I'm gonna be like Eminem at the end of 8 Mile. Tell them something they don't know about me. I owe people money. If someone that wants to set something up on a loan, I have to say I don't know when I can pay it back. Yes, it does. Simplicity. I don't know if she has a son. I don't know if she has a son. Um, but I do know what Casting Shade showed where she made 60K, and we was at the 10-month point of the year. That's been a little bit over a month ago. So, and I don't know what she's made now, but 60K in 10 months just to sit there and make fun of people. Come on. And I'm sitting here trying to think of if this is the same one that I could be wrong. I'm sure someone will correct me if I am. Um, there was another page called, uh, I think it was Glory, that put up some videos of top four ways, and was body shaming her, and that's not right. I don't stand for that. Thank you, Simplicity. I appreciate that. With that, that puts us needing 375 uh, to finish. I agree with you on that. Glory is 100% because I don't agree with the body shame. And if top four ways, if this is the same one I'm thinking about, there's so many people, and I get a lot of them confused. The picture that she was body shaming her in was a picture that where she had just gotten married, and to me that was absolutely horrible to take that girl on her happiest day and then post that picture and make fun of her. I went to bat on that night. I blocked Glory over that. Everybody kept telling me how bad she was. I went and checked it out, and that was the first video I seen of her, and that was enough for me to go, I don't want to be associated with this person. But yet she gets on there and bashes people. Now, how am I quoting her page? That's just the way it goes. I'm not gonna return a body shame for body shame. I said I would go look at top four ways on Lori's. Who's Lori? Did I mention Lori's? Mojo, what was your question? How much have I made in two? Into what? Yeah, she came into my listen, Carl. Listen with both ears this time, okay? Glory came into one of my lives one night, and everybody started talking about how bad of a person she was. I make my own decisions on everybody, but with so many people saying this and saying that, I did take the time to go look at her page. The first thing that I seen, Carl, you don't listen worth a shit. Just to be blunt with you, the first video that I seen off Glory's page was her making fun of this girl. I don't want anybody to go to anybody's page and encourage body shaming or bullying. I don't care who they are. I don't care how much I dislike the person. I have a disdain dislike for Just Stop already. I really do. But I don't want anybody to go to her page. Mojo, I asked you a question. What your comment meant. So ever explain it or move on. You said, how much have you made into? Into what? Complete sentences, and I will answer you. That's and the only thing I'm seeing from you is no answer. No answer. Does anybody else see anything else from Mojo besides that and no answer? Jesus. I don't like the bullying. I don't like the body shaming. I'm not
Le
going to
phoque m'a poussé,
drop down
le phoque m'a
to
poussé, le phoque m'a
those
poussé,
levels.
le phoque m'a
It's got to be
poussé,
getting filtered, but it's
le
like
phoque m'a
try to
poussé,
ask it a different way.
le phoque m'a poussé.
You know. And thank you again, Simplicity. I don't remember if I thanked you. I think I did. We need um, 375 at this point. Ryan, I don't know. I was looking away. I don't know what some. I don't know. I got to get my center back here, guys. But like I was saying, if I have,
Le
oh,
phoque
that's
m'a
what you. Yeah,
poussé,
it says
le
it's
phoque m'a
French.
poussé, le phoque m'a poussé, le
Um,
phoque m'a poussé, le phoque m'a poussé, le phoque m'a
it's
poussé.
looks weird in our. I wish somebody would look up the definition of that or what it means because I was told it mean can I pet your seal? Hey, let me see your phone. Y'all bear with me. Does it make a noise? The seal pushed me is what it means. I'm really surprised that TikTok put that as a gift. It seriously says the seal pushed me. That is crazy. It's the stupidest little thing, but hey, send it all you want. If you think it sounds crazy, send it because hey, it's 199 diamonds, coins, whatever it is, every time I get one. So I don't care how many of them you send. I just got hit Friday afternoon, a little bit after 4 o'clock, with all this stuff going into eviction. Um, they kind of hit me very very late in the week. I'm thinking everything's fine, everything's going to be okay. We got the agreement, we got the deal set up, and then bam. Holly Cat. Good lord, guys! I'll tell you, I need better glasses. How much would what? How much would what cost? Swear she's like a ninja. Now I've got a question for them over there listening and everything. Streaming. How would Angela self-inflict seizures? Can somebody? Yeah, I get it. I just how much would it's the little gift thing's 199 diamonds. I don't know how much that actually cost. I haven't sent gifts like that out to anybody to know. But I get one. It's funny, ha ha ha. But it's like I don't. Is that how it's played out? 199 is 100. Okay. Thank you, living my dream. I know I don't get that part of it because when someone sends one, I get like 80 cents or 90, 80 or 90 cents, one of the two. So TikTok's you know, making their deal off of it. It is immature, but if people wants to send me something like that, thank you, living my dream. I didn't know the diamond to dollar ratio anymore. If someone wants to send gifts because they're being immature about it and everything, hey, that's fine. I will cash that out on Wednesday. You know, there's one. It's genius. I'm not knocking her. It's genius. Um, there's a girl who gets on here. She's transsexual. She gets on here and she does like she's going to do these concerts, right? I don't know if y'all seen her or not. And people will send her the cowboy hat with a mustache, and because she's transitioning from a male to female, and they'll send her the cowboy hat with a mustache, and she acts like it makes her mad. And the people who thinks she's actually getting mad about it and they're pissing her off because they don't agree with, they'll just keep sending that to her, and it's 99 diamonds a pop, but she's work the system, girl, work it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not knocking her any. Is that her name? I've seen her a few times, and it's always like um, she'll start to sing, and they'll start sending the mustaches and things, and she'll get mad and throw this big fit, and then they just start keep throwing the mustaches at her, and then at the end of the day, she's sitting there laughing and cashing out on Wednesday. It's brilliant. Yeah, she'll be like, "Don't you send that? Don't you send that?" There's one guy on here called the Grumpy Grandpa. I don't know if y'all seen him. But he just reacts to everything that he gets sent, and he's just they're nonstop. He probably makes in a 2 hour evening more than every one of us makes in a work week. But he's found his niche. He makes it work. It's great. She did too. Um, War of the Roses. Boy, that's an old. Was that a movie or a TV show? Yeah, it is. I would love to be doing some stuff like that, but it's like nobody noticed me until I asked for help. We'd sit down and I created like these old folks home characters and everything, and the whole skit was called Rowdy in the Nursing Home, and Angela had a character, and I played two or three different characters, and we thought out these skits. We sat down and laid everything out. We filmed them, we edited them, we put them on. Nothing, 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 nothing. The minute I came on, it was like, "Hey guys, I need help." Man, everybody knew me then. Angela's starting to do better. She's pushing every day to be better. Um, we're trying to keep on that movement of getting better and moving forward. Uh, right now, we are desperately needing $375 to keep from being evicted from our place. So I'm asking anybody if you can help with anything, please, please do. Only thing she has is she has two tanks, and they don't last. On the lowest setting that she can have it, they last about 4.5 hours. If she has to turn it up any, because the heat plays a factor, moving around plays a factor. If she has to turn it up a notch or two, um, she's on 2 liters, but they told her she could turn it up to 3.5 if need be. Uh, War of the Roses. If anybody wanted to help, I can give my PayPal or my Venmo. It would be sending money to me to help pay this room. Would be the it would be the help we need. She's on the doctor sent her home on two, 3.5 being the top, two being the lowest. Uh, Most of the time, she's on the lowest number of it. Um, but then portable tanks at the lowest number is going to last 4.5 hours. I personally don't have a cash out, but I have some ones that I can use. Um, she told me I could use it, but I'd have to message her and get her Cash App account. If you want to give me a second, I can try that. Ooh, my neck. My neck needs to pop. I wish I'd have tried to pop it while ago when I was aggravated, because that's when it. Huh? That's when it pops the most, is when I get aggravated. I get mad or aggravated, boy, my neck will crackle pop, and it's loud. War of the Roses. If you're comfortable with doing that, I will text them and see and get their CA, and then shoot you the. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to pause you guys for a second. Thank you for the roses. You know for a fact that her oxygen tank isn't on, Jeff. Okay. Whatever you say, buddy.
I need to literally see it on the screen.
How loud do you think oxygen tanks are? Can I see your phone again? War of Roses. I'm going to have to DM you the. Um,
I mean, what do they think? They just give them out as party gifts.
said that it's not on. You only use it at night because they would hear it.
They would hear it.
Yeah. I don't know how loud they think an oxygen machine is. What the one? Okay, bean. Okay, bean. My beanie weenie. Lori says, hey. Lori Workman says, hey.
Hey.
Hers makes a little sound.
It just blows my mind.
War of the Roses, I'll have to DM you after I get off here. I thought my wife had her TikToks. Only thing it has is yours. You know, the only reason when I signed out that day when I was deactivating and getting rid of everything, I probably signed you out. The only reason Bishop stepped back from helping us at all was because he got drugged through the mud for simply helping someone out. And that man had to sit there and fight to protect his reputation because of what people just simply said about him with no proof. He has helped us. I don't know who else he's helped off this site. I don't know if he's helped anyone off this site besides us, but he's helped people in his journey. He's a man of the cloth. He's a good guy, and pages like JSA and let's see who else, Country Snark, and I believe Night Shift was one of them. I believe he's settled his beef with them, but there was some of them that went on there and just posted about this man and drug him through the mud and tried to make him look like he was the worst person ever because he helped us. There's some others on there that did worse. I don't know their names. Those are the ones that came to it. I know he's Bishop has gotten Night Shift, and I believe Just Stop they don't cover them anymore. I don't know if Country Snark does or not, but that man had to fight for that. So the only reason he stopped helping us was with the way the awareness community treated him after he helped us. He helped us out of his own pocket and out of his heart, and these people drug him through the mud and said some of the worst things I've ever seen said about people. So that's why Bishop stopped helping. And it's not like he helped. Like they try to play it out like he was a constant flow of money, like he was a waterfall of $100 bills, and we would just go down to the river and grab some when we needed them. No, He helped us out with rent once, and he helped us out with a few groceries. And some of these people in the awareness community drug that man like he committed the worst crime ever. And that's what they do to people. How is it awareness when you post about someone who is helping someone else? That's not awareness. That's being a bully online. All of you get together because someone helped, and then you make a video about that. And you're seeing just my forehead right now because Juju is demanding my attention. Um, you start dragging that person through the mud. That's not awareness. I have someone who messaged me and they went, and the only thing they said was hi. And they got drugged through the mud. They had videos made up about them. They've done stuff like that to other people. People have the right and the decision to do what they want to do with what they have. I don't have much in this life, but if I want to take it all and throw it in that dumpster out back and walk away from it, then it's mine to do that with. If I have a pocket full of cash and someone's on the streets needing $100 and I decide I want to give it to them, it's mine to do with it. No one should make me feel bad for doing what I want to do with what I have. I'm not hurting anybody. At the end of the day, what did it really cost? It cost a friendship. Because how many times did I go to Bishop and ask him for prayer? How many times did I go and say, man, can you just lead me through this prayer? Because he was there for me. How many times did I do that? A lot. And how many times did he pray for me? A lot. How many times did we just discuss stuff? It is a lot. So y'all drug that man through the mud, said heinous things about him, questioned his degrees that he has, questioned his work in the church, questioned the work that he's done in his own community. Just decided that it was all lies and went to say that, oh, he doesn't have this degree, which he can prove. If you watch the man's live, I do believe he has some stuff hanging on his wall. I don't know exactly what's hanging on his wall. Never really asked him. I don't have a reason to ask him, hey, what's that degree? Do you have this? I don't have a reason. So doing that to someone who helps is ridiculous. How's that bringing awareness? Just stop. I know you're still streaming me. Top 4 ways if you're still streaming me. Can somebody answer that question? How is that bringing awareness to me by dragging someone through the mud? Is it because you went to them and you told them, hey, this person's a piece of shit, and they didn't? Juju just looked at me like, what? This person's a piece of crap. And they didn't believe you. So, oh, well, if you don't believe me, I'm going to tell everybody this, that, and about you. Matter of fact, somebody was in my live on a burner because they didn't want to be bullied. Oh, I didn't know who was streaming me right now. They didn't want to be bullied. Well, guess what Just Stop did? They went and was like, they exposed that this person's burner account, who the account was really behind. I got a text message 3 days later from that person. It was like, hey, I'm leaving TikTok because I'm just getting DMs. I came in on a burner account and Just Stop exposed who it was. And that video is probably still up there. Exactly, Shannon. If somebody can't help, I understand that completely. But my whole thing is, like, if someone does decide to help us, just because it makes you mad on the other side, like you're trying to stop people from helping us, just because it makes you mad, doesn't mean you have the right to start making videos about that person and posting it. That's not bringing awareness to me. That's showing how petty and how childish you guys are being. If you're bringing awareness to me, dragging someone's name like the bishop's name through the mud because he helped me, what did that do? What awareness did that bring to anybody? I don't know who the Beavers are, so I mean that's my question. What good does it do? Are you bringing awareness to me by dragging someone's name through the mud who helped? I don't know if Top Four Ways have done that. I don't look at her page that often through everything. Oh, okay. Oh, well, if y'all want to be called beavers, that's good. I'm not stealing anybody's money. I'm not sitting here with a pew pew to someone's head going, "Give me your money now." That's stealing. I'm asking for help, and if you can help, that is great. If you can't, still great. Either way. Exactly. If people want to help, they shouldn't have to worry about helping and then having to deal with the bull crap of these people from the awareness community and deal with their hate. Okay, you message someone, you tell them, hey, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. You spew in your little twisted lies because there's a lot of lies out there on me. There, it really is. I mean, I'll sit here and admit that I owe people money. I can't pay them back right now. But yet you say I lie about not owing people money. Call me a scammer because I asked for help. I don't know how that's scamming. Um, well, Kayla, if y'all were streaming me, then y'all are, But this, what I'm talking about now, if y'all didn't do that, that's fine. Um, I do know for a fact Just Stop has done it. Just Stop exposed that whole person's account. They just wanted a burner account, and she went on there and made a video about, oh, well, look who this is actually, and exposed who they really was. Um, I know that's not doxing, but it's pretty damn close. So I'm asking for an answer that nobody can give. Just stop. I know you're watching. Let's talk. Tim to Melissa. Let's talk. I tried doing that the other day in the DM, but it's on her page. If you go back some, there's a video she's got neon green writing. It's been a few months, so it's on her page. Unless she runs and dirty deletes it, it's there. I got a screenshot of it though somewhere. How is it right to drag someone through the mud just because they want to help somebody? That's the only thing they've done. If bringing awareness is trying to educate somebody, and I know you don't call yourself awareness anymore, but it's exactly what you're doing. A zebra can call itself a horse, but at the end of the day, it's still a zebra. You know, let's just be honest about it. A zebra is going to run on all four legs and everything else that a horse can do. And at the end of the day, it's still the same thing. There we go, Jessica. We got to attack the body. See, that's when you know you're getting to people is when they start attacking your body. So, again, if you educate someone, educate to your truth, and they still want to help, that's fine. Bishop's a grown man. He can go wherever he wants. But anyway, if you educate them, they still want to help, and then you drag them through the mud. How is that right? But there was a period of time there where Bishop was going back and forth, and he was defending himself from what they were saying about him. Now I haven't talked to Bishop in a while because of all this. I haven't. I don't go in and watch his night prayers anymore that I used to go in and enjoy watching. Um, Never really watched just a whole lot about the paranormal because that stuff scares the crap out of me. And but I enjoyed his night prayer and stuff. JSA needs to leave people alone on my end. I'm not bothering Bishop. I'm just bringing up a point. It is, Jelly Bean. It really is. And it's again back to what I've been saying. It's the herd mentality. Listen, if I can get 500 people on my live right now to believe that a creator on here is I'm just going to use this as an example. They're a bad parent. They can be the greatest parent in the world. They can have their kid. They can do whatever they want to do with their kid. They can provide for them. They can do everything. They can be the best parent in the world. But if I get enough people to say they're a bad parent, guess what they're going to be? They're going to be a bad parent in everybody's eyes. And that's all that's happened here. That is all that's happened in my situation. So, but heaven forbid you get down on your luck. And apparently, if you get down on your luck and you're having a hard time, that has a time frame on when to get back on your feet. I used to look at people and go, man, how can they be in the same situation for 5, 6, 7, 8 years? I get it now. I get it. I do. I've been humbled in this situation. I'll never look at anybody else in a situation of living in a hotel, living in their car, being homeless, struggling, and go, how come they can't get out of that? Because once you're in it, you're in it. Some people have been able to dig out faster because of a support system. Some people don't have a support system. And when you don't have one, it hurts. But also what hurts even worse is when you got jackasses like JSA on here who continues to say whatever she wants to say about somebody. And because she says it and enough people believes it, it's the truth. I don't know what else. I mean, that's pretty well summed up. So there's some questions out there that I've asked, and I'll get no answers from anybody. I'll get no answers from JSA. I'll get no answers from no one on how come it's right to drag someone through the mud that just helps somebody. We're going through a tough time right now. Angela's been out of the hospital for a while. She's getting better every day, though. She is getting better every day. Thank you for asking. Exactly, Steelers girl. Let me say that for the ones who are window licking, as they call it. Because they know you're right, that's why they can't answer.
Is that really the problem?
When they can't see the live because they're blocked or they can't come in and see it, they can watch it from the FYP part of it or the search part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And they called it window licking. That's where we got into that one part where I said that was a derogatory comment,
Yeah.
and then they all attacked me for saying the R word that night. She's repeatedly said to leave me alone. No, she hasn't. If she repeatedly has said leave me alone, why does she stream me every time I get on? If she wanted people to leave me alone, then she wouldn't stream me when I go live. Anybody can ask any questions as long as you're not rude about it. And like I've got to remember, I've asked questions. Just because I've asked a question doesn't mean I'm owed a response. Anybody asked a question to me, they're not owed a response. You can ask whatever you want. Tank, I will agree with you on every one of those. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. Anybody can ask a question as long as you're respectful. It's the last time I'm going to say that. So if you pop in and you say you've got questions, ask them. I'm not going to keep addressing it. But Cynthia, can you answer that question for me? If she wants people to leave me alone, why does she keep restreaming me? Why she's been streaming me today? She's been talking about me over there. She said Angela's health was self-inflicted. Then all Angela's health problems is because she's fat. It's overweight. She didn't say. I don't know if she said fat. She said overweight though. Oh, she's not hooked up to oxygen. She's just being a TikTok doctor over there today with everything when she doesn't know anything.
Yeah, because I think it's so fun to just sit here with oxygen
Oh,
going through my nose every day.
Apparently it was all a big setup. We decided for you to go spend 9 days in the hospital.
Oh yeah, because that's so how that works.
That's a big setup.
That's so how that works.
So, yeah. Again, I'm asking questions that's not getting any answers. Pinch the cord and see what happens. I get smacked. That's what happens. She needs to leave me alone. That goes both ways. I asked my questions to JSA and them. Why is it all right to drag someone through the mud who just wants to help? She's restreaming me, talking about my wife, but yet you tell me I need to leave her alone. It's simple. If she wants to be left alone and me not mention her when I'm on live, then she needs to not restream me and talk about me during her lives. I can easily not say another word about her and not care. Okay, then I'm not doing anything wrong. Right? If she's speaking about me and it's not wrong, then I'm speaking about her is it's the same thing then, right? Exactly. So I have it too. Freedom of speech just doesn't work for one person there, Toots. Tank, I don't know who you are, but I do agree with you. Okay, but you can't sit there and say, um, you can't sit there and say you need to leave her alone, but then take up for her doing this, bothering me. It's respectful for her to tell lies about my wife's health. You did say the times that you've heard, but it'll be out there and you can go back and look at it. She told me the other night, her words exactly was when I asked her respectfully in a DM, why are you streaming me when I wasn't asking for anything? And her answer back to me was, because I can. It was a little bit longer of an answer, but that was the first of it. She goes, well, honestly, because I can. Okay. Yeah, but they can't come on here and cry and complain that I'm saying their name and I'm talking about them and I'm saying this, that, and the other when they're doing the same thing to me. I've never seen her face on TikTok. Every one of them, it's the same scenario. Every one of them. And I will, Cynthia, I will appreciate your standpoint from that, but there's plenty of YouTube stuff out there of her saying the stuff. If you just dig a little bit, you'll see. I agree with you, Steelers girl, but somewhere along the line, it's become, oh, you're on social media, so other people can do whatever they want to with your content. Okay, I have an issue with all of them out there streaming, but JSA is always the one hollering, oh, well, he can't stop talking about me. Well, apparently, you can't stop streaming me. Where has it been? Where did it stop for you being? Where did it stop being awareness and become being obsession? Oh, I think one of the other thing was there's people who want to watch you, but you have them blocked, so they watch you on mine. Well, I might have them blocked for a reason. That was some of her answer of why she restreams me. I gotta get my charger.
Yeah, sure. Um,
Well, no, y'all bear with me. But still, the underlining factor of my live today is I still need $375. I haven't been able to message the other person yet about Cash App. Um, it's the fact that it's not even that Stigler's girl. It's just at some point everybody started latching on to this awareness crap. There's so many people doing it. It's just yeah, and heaven forbid you ask for help because apparently in this society, if you ask for help, you're a bad person. You know, no, I don't live off others. I don't. Sorry, I was returning a text. The hospital sent me home with a list of places to call, and no help with anything like that. One of them, you got to be disabled or have a child under 6. We don't have either one of those. Um, Other places, their funds was limited. Some places didn't have any fun. Hey, Ice T. Hey, Scratch Golfer. So, yeah. Jelly Bean, you're right on that. I'm catching up on some stuff here. It's do I sing? I do, but it's not very good. I'll take song request at $5. $5 donation to get you a song request. I don't know. I didn't say neither one of us was disabled. I work and I'm not disabled, but my wife cannot work and she's trying to get her disability. That's what was said. Did I just say that both of us are disabled? That neither one of us are disabled? No, I didn't say that. I said someone has to be disabled or have a child under 6. Technically, she doesn't have disability, so they don't consider that disabled. So if you can't just self-proclaim disability and get the help, you've got to have the paperwork through the state showing that you have been deemed disabled by a doctor to get that help. When I talked to them, they said you have to be disabled. You have to have someone in the household that is disabled, qualified disabled, or you have to have a child under 6. I've never been to Panama City at a karaoke place, so you definitely have me mistaken with somebody else. You might from some places, but I haven't found those places yet. If anybody can help with anything going towards the 375, that unfortunately we are nowhere near Texas. We are in Tennessee. But I'm asking if anybody can help with anything, guys. It would be appreciated. So, can't help. I completely understand that. We're all in tight times. Is that fried? Yeah. Sugar Bear, that's a nice gesture, but the 9 hour, well, is it 9 hours? Is maybe it's 6 hours. I'm in West Tennessee. Um, the drive to Gatlinburg to get your lawnmower would be quite expensive. Not 9 hours. What is Gatlinburg? Like 6 hours from? I mean, it's not plausible to make sense to that, Sugar Bear. You just wanted to hear me say no. Is that plausible? Okay, I'll offer you a way to make money, but I'm offering you a way to make money that is 6.5, 7 hour drive to pick up a lawnmower. How's that even a plausible solution? Is it a 0-0? Dadgummit. My mod had to take a break. My other one is not available yet, so I didn't catch that. Thank you, Karina, for the let me know. If you see anybody at 0-0 and they're doing stuff like that, please let me know. Yeah, there we go, Amanda. That's a good question for him. She bring me the more. I've got to get our car running better. I've got to replace two O2 sensors. That's something I was trying to squeeze in to every week, and then like when they decided not to honor the deal we had in motion, it's it changed every plan that I had. It's definitely a good idea. I'm not saying it's not a good idea. It's just my car's not running very well right now. Car's a piece of crap. I might as well just say it. I get one thing fixed on it and something else messes up on it, and it's just so. Excuse me. Oh no, guys. I was sitting here and quiet doesn't help anything, but it's like I'm just absolutely to the point to where I don't know what else to say. I don't know. If anybody can help with anything, guys, I ride with someone. No, Robin, there is not. thought about it a time or two, then I just I don't know where I would get time to go to classes and all that stuff. I never can seem to make it fit. Hindsight, I look back on my life and I wish I'd have went into something besides when I went to Votech school. I wish I'd have went into something for like mechanical. Not. I went for mechanical drafting. Um, Wished I'd have went into something that was more lucrative in my area. You know, HVAC or industrial maintenance or something like that. But I had a buddy of mine that was a mechanical drafter and loved his job and was like, "Man, you should do it." And I was like, "Man, I'm going back to school, so yeah, it sounds good." Went, completed the studies, got certified in SolidWorks, CAD, excuse me, all of that good stuff. And then um, the whole time I was in class, he knows, "Hey, I'm gonna get you a job with this company when you get out of class and everything. I'll get you a job with this company." And then 2 months before I graduate, the company ups and moves to California. Hey, gardening gal or girl, gardening girl, how are you doing? So I really wished I would have went into something different, but hindsight. Jeff, we have a little studio apartment for the time being. Oh, Tamara, we've had it for a little bit, and I've gotten behind on the rent during the whole Angela's health, debacle stuff, and if I don't have the rest of this $500 by tomorrow morning, they start the eviction process. So took a step forward just to get kicked back. So yeah, got behind. I was paying on it. They decided they wasn't going to do the agreement we had. We had a verbal agreement, and now told me Friday that's like you got to pay the $500 you're behind. And I'm like, huh, shit. I've got $100 to my name. I got 125 now. If you believe in miracles out there, guys, I ask you to start praying for one for us and for yourself, I guess. I am be nice. I am. I just got a little behind. I have not, Holly and Ben. I'm still $375 short. So What's that rump shaker? They posted what? Well, I still pay week to week. Um, I'm under the same company that has the hotel, and they will allow you to do week to week until you can transition yourself into paying monthly. And I got behind 2.5 weeks. 375 is what I'm behind. I'm asking if anybody can send anything. And see, that's the thing that gets me is like everybody will comment about how things work, but they don't know. I mean, they don't have they don't know the situation I'm in and the conversations I've had with people and stuff. They can post it all they want when we go through when I know what I'm going through and everything. So, um, Corey, I'm 375 short. I'm asking if anybody can help with anything towards that. I mean, I don't know exactly what they posted. I know I'm sure they're trying to make it look like I'm lying, probably, if I had to guess. Thank you for the heart me, because they don't ever show anything that makes me look good. So, not good, my friend, not good. Can't do plasma. One of the meds that I'm on for my blood pressure disqualifies me for plasma. Sure, we can talk about my CAD background. We do not have a crisis center that I know of. I've got a list of places, and Candy, are you doing better now? Yeah, I have to have it's 500 that I have to have. I've got 125. That I did not do. I just did classwork. I never actually had a job with mechanical drafting. Um, I did some drawings, some blueprints and stuff for a place called Boosted Brads. I did some for a guy named Liggins Hot Rod. I'm not doing any battles today, my friend. Boosted Brad's motorcycle actually has one of his air filters is my design. We did a Spade air filter, Spade stepped out air filter, and he did it all off my design and my blueprints. So my mechanical drafting, that's what I did it for, was to do blueprints. Um, I can take just about anything you want, measure it out, and draw you a blueprint of it. You know, 3D renderings with it. Not around here, it doesn't. It's a studio apartment, but it's owned by by a hotel company, and they have hotels on the property. They have studios. They have one bedrooms. Hey, Ashley, I'm in Tennessee. There used to be a company that did a lot in this area. Well, not in this area that I'm in now, but in Dyersburg, named Omnitech. Um, they actually had somebody set up there to do the blueprints and everything. Um, and then they started outsourcing them to a company called Resource Tech. And Resource Tech upped and moved, and they don't do a whole lot of remote jobs anymore. And then everything else around here is just AutoCAD is hard. I know AutoCAD, but if I'm going to sit down and if you say, hey, you can use whatever program you want, I'm going to use SolidWorks. Um, I'm a SolidWorks guy all day long. I can use AutoCAD, but if you set me down and I've got a choice on which program to use, I'm going to pick SolidWorks every time. Yeah, I didn't go the architectural route, though. I went the mechanical route. Yeah, if I pay them the $500 by 8 o'clock in the morning, the eviction process doesn't go through. I'm caught up and we go back to everything being normal. It's just they hit me with this Friday, you know, taking the payment plan that we had agreed on, taking that away from me, and then wanting me to go to never use Omax. And this has been some time since I've been out of school. Uh, I always preferred SolidWorks because you can spin it and move it, you can draw in 3D, and you can render it to see what it's going to look like in real life. You know, uh, I always preferred SolidWorks. Yeah. Thank you, Karina. Well, let them stick around till they start saying something bad because so far they're not saying. Karina's looking at because we have a lot of trolls that come in with 0-0, and I usually kick them out. But you're really not saying anything bad. You just have the 0-0, so you're more than welcome to hang out until. Did I get a message on for where what we're at, Storm? Thank you, Karina, for looking out, though. I do appreciate that. Maybe I have to. Sometimes, this isn't every time, it tells me at the top of my screen I've got a TikTok message and I can check it real quick there without shutting the live down. Um, Other times I have to wait till I'm off live to go check the messages. And I'm about to step back from it here in just a few minutes and breathe. And thank you, Shar. Horrible area for CAD. Like I said, hindsight, looking back, I would have I would have went into something that was more for my area. You know, HVAC, mechanical. No, I keep wanting to say mechanical, industrial maintenance. You know, something like that. Car repair. Good Lord, I wish I'd have went to car repair. Car is I man. Um, you know, I went mechanical engineering because I thought there was going to be some jobs lined up for me afterwards, and it didn't happen. And my area that I was in just didn't have a whole lot of work for that. And just over the years, it just got put on the back burner. You know, I've applied for several online positions with it, but I didn't meet the qualifications of having job experience on some of them. Uh, so that was job experience means a lot. You know, um, it really is. But around here, it's just like in Dyersburg, where we used to live at. Like I said, they had Omnitech, and they had it set up for a. They had their guy in house that did SolidWorks, and he retired, and it was set. I done went down there, interviewed, talked to him, got the confirmation I was going to be the guy they was going to bring in for his job when he retired. Well, he postponed his retirement twice. They called me one day and said, "Hey, you still interested?" I was working out at Rough Country at the time. I was like, "Yeah, would love to come down there and do the drawings for you guys." Um, they said, "Well, he's retiring in 2 months for sure this time. He's moving to Florida with his kids, so he's definitely done." I was like, "That's great." They said, "We'll keep you in the loop." So, all right, awesome. Well, a month went by. I called just to check, and they was like, "Yeah, everything seems to be going the same direction. Um, seems to be doing pretty good." I called him again. The answers kind of got a little shadier. I called him again, and they was like, "Yeah, well, we'll give you a call so and so day." A day come around, I'd call them. Yeah, we'll give you a call back. And I knew the guy anyway from, he was in my class when I started. And I called him and I was like, "Hey, what's up with Omnitech, man?" I was like, "They're supposed to bring me in when you retired." And he was like, "Oh, I retired 3 months ago and moved to Florida. They're outsourcing everything now." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah." He said they decided it would be cheaper just to outsource the drawings than to have an in-house drafter. Rump shaker, I don't know if that would help or not. I believe too many people would try to use that negative against me if they found out where I was at. Um, it's just okay. DK Shad, I swear I've looked at the same question like 10 times and didn't even answer it. The bad thing is there's nobody at the desk today to get a paper from. Thank you, Ashley, for all the roses. Appreciate that. Thank you for all 70. So, oh no, I do know I'm fixing to step off the live for a little while and give me something to drink and go use the restroom and stretch my legs. And thank you again for all the gifts. Thank you everybody for the gifts today. If anybody can help us out, guys, please DM me. If you don't want your stuff out there, just DM me. we can talk there. Um, if anything changes, I'll let you guys know as soon as I can. All right, we'll see you guys down the road. Now we'll see you guys down the road.